Liberals hate to see it, but President Trump is on a roll.
He seemed to be adios amigos. People were writing his political obituary. He is rising from the dead like Methuselah. Look at this. Hello, Trump's net approval rating among voters. This is the Reuters Ipsos polling. Look at this. In late April, he was 8 points underwater. But look at where he was in the most recent poll among voters. He's up 7 points to a minus 1 point net favorability rating. Donald Trump's not just doing better than he was doing in late April of 2025. He's doing considerably better than he was doing at this point in term number one, about 10 points better than he was doing at this point in term number one.
47's riding high in the polls after delivering a Middle East masterclass, Jessica, bringing home trillions in new U.S. investments from the Gulf states. And yeah, he still found time to clap back at Bruce Springsteen's overseas meltdown, where the boss called him corrupt and treasonous, Trump saying Bruce is, quote, just a pushy, obnoxious jerk who fervently supported crooked Joe Biden. This dried-out prune of a rocker, his skin is all atrophied, ought to keep his mouth shut until he gets back into the country. And as he battles aging rockers, Trump's giving a lesson in humility on his Mideast tour.
I'm just thinking, we have a president of the United States doing the selling. Do you think Biden would be doing it? I don't think so. But it's so important. I think I have to be a cheerleader for our country. That's why our country is doing so well. You know the sad part? Whoever's next president, let's just say whoever's the next president, is going to say, what a great job they did. Look, I built all these plants. I built all these factories. Can you imagine? I'll be sitting home. Who the hell knows where I'll be? And I'll say, I did that.
All right, Jessica, masterclass. It's not really in dispute. So my question to you is, how big of a masterclass was this?
Not in dispute at all. Approval rating bump. That's real life. I live and die by the polls, but that is directly related to him cleaning up his own tariffs mess. So that's moving from the 145% tariff on China to just 30%, where, you saw the CEO from Walmart, I presume, saying that the prices are going to go up. So we'll wait for that. And while we were in the commercial break, Moody's downgraded our credit for the first time in the agency's history. So all good news all around, masterclass. In terms of the big headlines, anytime that we're not talking about the $400 million bribe that he's taking from the Qataris and the jet is a good one. But
it's been around forever.
What?
It's been around forever, that so-called bribe. They were talking to the Biden administration about it.
Yeah, and who didn't take it? Joe Biden. And who did
we
take
got
it?
it for
Donald
free.
Trump.
Biden would probably buy it. Give it to Hunter.
Hoodles. He has all of these big headlines, right? We're getting all of this investment, like the $8.5 billion out of Qatar for Texas Energy Company McDermott. That was already announced in 2023 and 2024. Abu Dhabi, he says, new $200 billion. That's a cloud computing deal with Amazon, also announced during the Biden administration. Saudis allegedly giving us $600 million. We haven't haven't documented all of it, but we do know that the airport project was announced last August. So the Washington Post has documented all of this, that at least a half a dozen of the contracts that he's talking about happened under the Biden administration, and that is something that Trump likes to do. He likes to show up and then take credit for things that
what about the other half?
People did. The other half, I give it to you, $300 billion of the $600 billion, but don't go out there and say you got $1.4 trillion in investment when you didn't really, or at least give a nice, signal to the previous guy and say, hey, actually,
there is no previous guy. We already know there was no Joe Biden, so it's kind of hard to give him any credit.
He does have a birth certificate, and we did see him. Yes, he's not African.
Well, he claimed he was a Jewish Puerto Rican truck driver. Greg,
aren't we all?
You seem to want to challenge some of her assertions.
Greg's excited that I'm back.
I just like annoying her, that's all.
Me too.
We should go to the Cracker Barrel, because their porch needs an aging rocker. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, Trump's like a pound of pastrami. He's on a roll. It really is about your filter. Trump's filter is anything is possible in this world. What's the Democrat filter? Everything's happening to you. It's their fault. That's where identity politics came from. You're being oppressed. It's not fair. Nothing's fair. You can't do anything about it. Bruce Springsteen goes around the world and tells everybody Trump is doing something to you. Then he hops in a plane and he leaves. What do those people do? There's nothing they can do. He's screwed up their mindset. He's telling them they're basically victims. Springsteen, I don't want to get into that situation where you go after a celebrity because he says something